The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it is Saturday, and you know what that means. It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via DHL, Amazon, United States Postal Service, UPS, FedEx, Horse and Buggy, and of course, that old outlaw Waylon Jennings. We also talk all the toy news of the week, and we wrap it all up into a ball, and we do call it weekly purchases. And we always start weekly purchases off with a recap of the week that was here on the channel. As you guys know, tons of video, tons of content there. In case you missed one of these, we're going to recap the week that was. So let's kick it off with a little Turtle Anxiety. Fresh off the Target fall event, Haulathon, NecaCon, I don't know what we call it at Target right now for the fall. But we got Bride of Frankenstein, April O'Neil. We got the Rock Soldier, Crooked Ninja Turtle Gang 2-pack. We got both of those off the books this week. I also unboxed on the channel this week the Premonition of Premutation box set from San Diego Comic-Con. Check out those videos. We also did, of course, a lot of wrestling videos on the channel this week. The brand new Ringside Collectibles, Cameron Grimes. We unboxed that on the channel. You can only get that at Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save 10%. We also finished up Elite 95 with Eddie Guerrero Chase Edition. Plus, I ranked the entire set from my least favorite to my favorite. We did our Tuesday tradition, Jack's Classic Superstars video on the channel. Love the Jack's Classic Superstars. We're unboxing a lot of those guys right now. And I always tell you guys, Patreon, you're about 6 months ahead of traditional YouTube if you are a Patreon member. So check out those Jack's Classic Superstar videos over there. We also did a little Obi-Wan Kenobi action this week. We unboxed 4 of the new Obi-Wan Kenobi series figures. To a little bit of mixed results, a little bit of cash grab mania going on. I talk about it in that video. Back to wrestling, we did the Lex Luger Legends Series 15 Target exclusive. We did the big arm variant editions of Lex Luger. Very crazy how big those arms are, and I compared them to the regular release or the first release. Check out that video if you're interested in Lex Luger and his giant-sized arms. We also unboxed the Fan Takeover Amazon exclusive Bill Goldberg Ultimate Edition, another good one in the Ultimate Edition lineup. We unboxed a lot of Spider-Man stuff. It's kind of Spider-Man mania here on the channel the last couple of weeks. The Amazon exclusive Dr. Octopus Silk 2-pack we unboxed. Iron Spider, check out that video. We did the Renew Your Vows 2-pack with Spinneret and Peter Parker, Spider-Man, of course, we know that. Also, Ned Leeds and Peter Parker will be up on the channel, I believe, today, if not the day before, but we got that one as well. So a lot of Spider-Man stuff on the channel. And then we did our top 5 Diesel figures of all time. Check out that one. You don't want to miss that. And then, of course, Figure Hunt Mania. Every single Friday we do a figure hunt video here on the channel. So check out that one. You don't want to miss that one. So tons and tons of videos going on right now over on the channel. And we also got a ton of giveaways going on. And this is the final week. The MLC giveaway winner. I wanted to announce that. Earl from the MLC group will contact the winner. And the winner here is Chris Bergeron. Chris Bergeron, you won the MLC $60 giveaway. Earl, like I said, will reach out to you sometime this weekend, and he will get you all settled up there. So thanks to everybody for entering. Make sure you go over to the MLC Facebook group. Nice group over there talking all things Marvel Legends. So check that one out. Patreon, we're in a new month. It is September, of course, so that means giveaway time. So what is the September giveaway on the Patreon this month? Well, it's a double dose again, and we've got Bobby Lashley and Spirit. So we got a little bit of both, best of both worlds, of my 2 favorite worlds. G.I. Joe Spirit, the brand new classified figure. Bobby Lashley from Elite 95. So all you have to do is be a Patreon member, $10 and up. You get entered into the old monthly giveaway over there. On top of that, of course, there's bonus content, exclusive content, the giveaways, early access to videos, and best of all, like I always say, it does support the channel. So check out the old Patreon, and hopefully you can win these 2 at the end of September, I guess 1st of October, when I announce the winner on Patreon. So there you go. And then we are dangerously close. Talked about this last week. We're at the 20,000 subscriber mark here on the YouTube. And with that, we have a cool giveaway. I'll have a video on that in the next couple of days. Make sure you're checking out. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm going to unbox the figure, and we'll be giving 2 of this figures away to people that are in the video. So you have to follow the rules. But it will be an amazing giveaway. I think a lot of you guys will want to get on this one. So stay tuned to the channel. Like I said, more to come on that. So now, housekeeping out of the way, let's dive into some toy news this week and a little bit of a quiet news week going into, of course, the Labor Day holiday. 'Tis the season, I guess. So we do have some of that going on, slowing news down. But let's kick it off with a little wrestling talk. And we did see from Mattel, they had a WWE.com announcement of figures and stuff. No real ground broken, but we did see some in-package shots that looked pretty clear, pretty nice. And it was Legends Series 17, of course, the Target exclusive. Man, they're just winning over Kyle's heart with this set. This could be the greatest Legends set of all time. You've got the Ultimate Warrior 2-in-1. You got Dingo Warrior, early Ultimate Warrior. You know I'm going to need like 4 or 5 of that Ultimate Warrior figure. Then another all-timer. Top 5 all-time for me. Ken Shamrock. And Ken Shamrock is going to be the chase in this set. So getting 2 Ken Shamrock figures plus 2 Ultimate Warrior figures technically in the same wave. What more could I ever want? Oh my gosh. And then you're getting that AJ Styles WCW edition of AJ Styles. And then you're getting a deep HBK Shawn Michaels, a little bit of a do-over of kind of a prior one from a Ringside Collectible exclusive back in the day. A lot of people want this Shawn, so it is one of those re-releases, and we're going to see a lot more of that over the next couple years, I have a feeling. But, you know, it'll have the updated technology, all those kind of bells and whistles as well. But the Warrior, Ken Shamrock, man, it's going to be tough for old Kyle to decide which one I like better. We'll see. Got to give him a hand. Got to give everything a fair shake, and we'll see what happens there. But Legend 17, I got to think pre-orders got to be coming in the next couple of weeks. We do know Target every single Friday. They have their big fall fest for action figure collectors, all that kind of thing. We might see that as a pre-order sometime this month. I have to believe it'll be a part of that, so we'll see. Ringside Collectibles this week put up Elite Series 98 for pre-order. Sounds like they're coming in October. Holy cow, that's coming quick. We're going to have Elite 100 through Ringside probably January, maybe February, maybe even earlier. We'll see what happens with all that. But Ringside does have Elite 98 up for pre-order right now. Get your Rick Boogs figure. I'm all in on the old Boogs, man. And then Mania Series 39, some basics. That Andre is going to be an interesting one. Rumors are it's going to be a WrestleMania 2 basic Andre the Giant, so I'm kind of anxious to see how that's going to look. But a lot of stuff up for pre-order on Ringside Collectibles, as you can imagine. And then this weekend, I'm filming this, of course, on Friday for Saturday release. Friday, if you're a Patreon member. But Saturday is the AEW Jazzwares Fan Fest. So I got to think we're going to see a lot of announcements from that. I may have another video this weekend just overcapping or recapping the entire events and all the new figures they saw. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what they announce to us this weekend here. But very excited for some new figure reveals, things like that. We'll probably see a Danhausen, maybe Adam Cole in person finally. Some things. I know a lot of people were down on Jazzwares for San Diego Comic-Con, but I think they kind of hedge their bets and they hold everything for these kind of events. So could be an interesting weekend in the Jazzwares department. As always, subscribe to the channel, hit the old notification bell. Stay tuned. We'll talk about it whenever we get some stuff. So there's a little Mattel out of the way. Kind of. We got a little bit more Mattel to get to in a little bit. But how about Rush Collectibles? Every week we're kind of announcing some stuff. I'm ready to get some stuff in hand. But they're continuing on with their ECW throwback line. Going to be very interesting how this nets out. But they did say, hey, that unreleased Sabu that we never got, they are going to make that. Smart move by the Rush team. That seems to be a pretty easy layup there. But we do have Sabu coming in this line now. And then Blue Meanie was announced. So I knew that would probably be coming as well. Makes a lot of sense. I do expect the rest of the BWO to follow suit eventually. I'm all in on those. So I can't wait to see all those and how those shake out. Should be a really fun set there. And then possibly the biggest wrestling toy news this week was Power Town. We've been talking about Power Town for 6 months now. When are we going to get product? How is this going to work? How is it going to go to market? All this kind of stuff. Well, the crystal ball got really clear this week as Sam Rosenthal from the Power Town team did make some big time announcements, and it sounds like High Spots. If you've been around wrestling figures, you've been around wrestling for a long time, the word and name of the company High Spots should kind of ring a bell. They are a big company. They do sell action figures among a bunch of other stuff. They are going to handle all the selling and shipping and all this stuff for Power Town. So that is huge. That is a big name behind them. So that is really good. No word of the Kickstarter. So Kickstarter must be done. They're not going to do that. They're going straight to High Spots. And as we talked about, I think it was last week on the channel, I predicted the price point on these is going to be $39.99 to $49.99, all depending. Well, it sounds like I was about right. It was right in the middle, $45 each. But they did say there will be bundle prices, so I have to think if you buy the whole set, you'll save some money. That's great. I'm all about getting a deal. I'll be buying all the whole set. Anyways, hopefully I can save some coin on top of that. And they said there will be discount coupon codes as well. Very similar to Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save 10%. Who knows what those will be? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But it'd be great if you can get a cheaper price if you buy a bundle and then you get to save 10% on top of that. Hey, sign me up all day long. I'm here for that. So it'll be really interesting. They do still say around the very end of this year, 2022, Series 1 will be in collectors' hands. I'm not going to hold my breath, but it hopefully will be right around there or first of the year. So a lot of stuff to come from Power Town. But it sounds like all this stuff will be going up for pre-order on September 16th. So September 16th, mark it on your calendar. I believe that is a Friday. Pre-orders for Power Town Series 1 coming in hot very, very soon. So very excited about this. I'm hoping it is a big success. I'm not sold on the box packaging as we talked about on previous weekly purchases. But man, this could be our modern day Classic Superstars line without all the Classic Superstars maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but much more to come on Power Town. Final little bit of wrestling news this week. Of course, Mattel Retros went up. MattelCreations.com on Wednesday at noon, depending where you live, I guess. We did get Nikolai Volkov, Jimmy Hart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and Bret Hart, the latest 4-pack of Mattel Retros. And as of filming, still up for pre-order. You can still buy it, and apparently all this stuff is going to start shipping next week. So basically a lot different than a lot of these things where you have to wait a year, 6 months. This is popping out right away, so we're going to have these in our hands here probably for next week's weekly purchases. Very possible. We'll see. But a little bit concerning that it did not sell out. We know the last pack sold out almost instantly within 20 minutes or something like that. It's been multiple days since those retros went up. I've been saying this for a while. I feel like the retro bubbles burst a little bit. It feels like there was retro mania during the height of COVID, and these suppliers and companies really couldn't make their stuff fast enough. They just can't, especially during COVID times. And by the time they get to market, it's cooled off some. And then, of course, we know finances and inflation and all that playing a big part in a lot of stuff going on. If you saw my figure hunt video this Friday, check it out if you missed it. But boy, the clearance events that are going on right now, nothing good, nothing for me, but aisles upon aisles upon aisles of clearance. I have a couple of Walmarts that have more clearance aisles of toys than actual toy aisles. Man, it's coming to a downturn. It's going to be very interesting when we inch into 2023, how collectibles, toys, all that kind of stuff go. My gut tells me Walmart's, Targets of the world, heck, probably even Ringside, are going to cut back on how much they're buying. So there's not going to be as much supply. Right now, there's way more supply than demand. It's going to go back to the other way, and then we'll start all over again. We're going to hear those complaints that we got 3 years ago before COVID. Oh, why don't they make enough? Why don't they make enough? Well, then they catch up to demand. Now the demand's not there. Now you're going to go back to that. It's the ebbs and flows of collecting. Just tough times. It's hard to get 100%. You could never get an order. There is no 100% correct order. That's what it comes down to being. But if you're looking for a lot of girl toys, Clarence City in my area, so a lot going on there. So interesting times, interesting with the Mattel Creations. Like I said, we will unbox those on the channel when I do get those because you know me, I'm picking those up for sure. How about a couple other things outside of wrestling? NECA this week officially announced Dracula's Coffin, so we do have that coming. It has a couple of accessories there, an armadillo. That armadillo looks like reused from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre armadillo from a few years back. Got to get the most out of your molds, as we say. But the Dracula Coffin is really cool. These accessory lines that go with the Universal Monsters is a really nice touch, especially if you're building out a little universe or a toy display. I'm all in for it. I like that a whole lot. NECA also coming with some tattoo Gremlins. I always play a little of that long game. Got to get a deal on my Gremlins figures, but I do love the Gremlins. First movie I ever remember seeing in the theater when I was very, very small. Very, very cool, though. So it's the tattoo Gremlins from Gremlins 2. Of course, we're getting a lot of Gremlins 2 figures in 2022 from NECA. So I thought that was interesting. Another really interesting thing this week from Mattel is they seem to be going all in on the old school He-Man movie from 1987, as we are getting He-Man and Skeletor, the Dolph Lundgren and Frank Langella version of He-Man and Skeletor in the Masterverse line. So I think that is I guess I could say that's a deep cut. It's a little bit of a deep cut, but a lot of people love that movie, myself included. When I was a kid, I loved that movie. Yeah, it wasn't the He-Man I quite wanted, but it was cool enough when you're a little kid watching it, you know, in your summertime home from school and all that kind of stuff. So it'll be interesting how this goes. The Super 7 one's very pricey, as we know from back in the day. So get a lot of collectors another chance at getting these. And very interesting, this He-Man line, a lot of twists and turns, a lot of cool stuff coming. Still waiting to hear about the Eternia playset. When's that going up? Got to think sometime October, November. Who knows? It'd be a great time to go up around Christmas time. Maybe people can get it pre-ordered for people for the next year. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But we do have He-Man Skeletor coming once again. We also saw in-package images of Tila and Zor 2-pack. I believe this is a fan channel exclusive. Who knows? It could be at Big Lots for all we know. We saw the Royal Guards last year. I think we'll see this one that's placed this year. So like I said, maybe check your Big Lots on this one. But Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, all those places do have this one shipping hopefully in the next month or so. So anxious to see that. Tila, a bit of a repaint, but Zor, very cool. I had Zor as a kid, so that's a little nostalgic for me, and maybe it is for you too. We also saw from Knucklebones. We talk a lot of Knucklebones on the channel. I would buy so many more of these if I just had room to display them. These are really small statues, but very artistic, very, very cool, very great conversation piece if you got people over. They always catch people's eyes in my collection. But we are seeing the Peace of Mind Iron Maiden album art statue. Man, I want this so bad. I just don't know exactly where I'd put this, but we'll see. I'm debating. Knucklebones has a huge sale going on right now, so check out their website. They got all kinds of cool statues. Even the Lemmy one, fabulous Lemmy one from back in the day. I think we talked about it on the channel before. It is on sale right now. These don't go on sale a whole lot. I think you get that under $100 right now. So if you want a Lemmy statue, that is a pretty cool one to get. But this Peace of Mind Iron Maiden album art, ooh baby, sign me up all day long. Marvel Legends this week coming in hot with Gore, Amazon exclusive. We got the Christian Bale version from the last Thor movie, which I still haven't seen yet. Hopefully in the next few weeks, maybe I'll find time to see that. But we do got Gore coming, making a lot of people happy. But once again, we're at a $30 price point. Going to be tough. I'm hoping it drops in price somewhere around there. Sometimes it gets, before it ships, it drops in price. We do see that. That Ned Leeds Spider-Man pack, for example, that thing dropped like $18. It was $53. It dropped down to $39.99 upon ship date. So maybe we'll see that with Gore as well. Hey, let's go down to $24.99 maybe. We'll see what ends up happening there. But for you guys who want those, there you go, that is coming. And then McFarlane Page Punchers, don't talk a ton of McFarlane stuff, but Gorilla Grodd is coming with Flash. I love me a big gorilla. I love a hairy bipedal creature, so I'll probably be picking this one up. You guys know how I do. So a lot of interesting stuff right there. And that seems to be really it. Looking over things, not a lot of news this week. Of course, it is going into a holiday, so it's a little bit of a slow time. But album of the week comes from Midnight. If you guys know your deeper heavy metals, you probably heard of the band Midnight, but they have a little offshoot Splinter tribute band called White Spade. Yes, White Spade. And they do all Motorhead songs. And I shouldn't say Motorhead songs, songs that were inspired by Motorhead. So it's Motorhead-esque music, but it's all original music. And this new album dropped on Friday. You got to look it out. Search White Spade. You'll find it. But if you like Midnight, you'll like this. If you like Motorhead, you'll love this. It is very similar to like an album that would go between Bomber and Ace of Spades is really what it sounds like. And that's even what they say. And they're spot on with that. Just awesome, especially if you love Motorhead. Obviously, we don't get Motorhead music like we used to, so we get stuff that's Motorhead-inspired, feels a little bit Motorhead. Always good in my book, and I do love Midnight, so White Spade hits all the buttons for me, hits it all, and I want some more of this. Hook me up with some more of this. And we do know September 23rd, Iron Fist 40th anniversary reissue coming out, so you know I'm getting that as well. So a lot of good stuff coming out. And of course, today, the brand new Megadeth album comes out. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet. I got a lot of road time this week. I am headed to Topeka, Kansas for the week. Oh, Topeka, Kansas, beautiful this time of year. It'll be interesting to see how the figure hunting is. Hopefully I can get away, but I'm in meetings all week this week, so I'm a pretty busy guy. But I do got some drive time, so I'm going to hit up that new Megadeth album. Got to check out what that's about. But album of the week officially this week, White Spade. Check them out. So without further ado, let's get down to it. Let's get down to the weekly purchases. All right, let's get down to it. Let's take a look at the old weekly purchases. Got a few things through the store and a few things through the door this week, but a lot of different stuff going on. A little bit of a mixed bag this week, and we're going to kick it off. Like I talked about, we did get the Ringside Collectible exclusive. Use discount code Kyle, save 10%. The old Cameron Grimes, first time in the line, Mattel Elite. Very happy to get this one. I was really looking forward to this one. I know it's a bit of a deep one for a Ringside exclusive, but I do think it is a very cool figure. Check it out if you're into that kind of stuff. We also got, as I talked about earlier as well, The Bride of Frankenstein, April O'Neil. Very, very cool. Collecting the Universal Monster Turtle crossover figures, as you guys know. We've been unboxing them all on the channel so far. And then the Crooked Ninja Turtle Gang and the Rock Soldier. I have a bunch more of these coming in the mail today. It's going to be an interesting Saturday mail day for me. I got stuff from Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save 10%, of course. I got stuff from Ringside coming today. I got stuff from Amazon coming today. And I got stuff from Big Bad Toy Store coming today. So it's too bad, for whatever reason, FedEx, as usual, delaying stuff. It all should have been here Friday. Instead, it's all coming here Saturday. So I don't know what's up with FedEx. But it'll be an interesting delivery on Saturday. And I guess we'll have to talk about all that stuff in next week's weekly purchases. You guys saw me on the figure hunt, finding some clearance stuff. I finally pulled the trigger, got to get a deal. $16, normally $35. What are we doing here? I got the Phantom to go with that Ming I got on clearance for like $8 many months ago. Had to pick this one up, so I got the Phantom through the door. How about a little wrestling? You saw me pick this up as well. $16.49, I think they are at Target this week on the new Legend series. And now, a lot of people are very confused. Maybe they just don't know retail or whatever, but I've seen tons and tons of social media posts, tons of people sending this to me saying, hey, guess what? They're on clearance. They're on clearance. They're getting rid of them finally. No, it was just a sale. And we see sales all the time, especially in grocery industry stuff, pet food stuff, I mean, everything goes on sale. And that's all it was. It was a week. Was it a week or 2 week sale on these? They're going down to $16. Then they're going to go back up. After that, I'm sure we'll see some clearances. But more to come on that, I guess. But there is definitely a difference between a clearance and a sale. So we got to always remember that kind of stuff. A little bit more wrestling this week. How about this one? Adam Hangman Page. Finally found him and CM Punk out in the wild. Love a good Western shirt cowboy. I'm not the biggest Adam Hangman Page fan, but I do love a Western shirt. You guys know that. But very, very cool looking figure here. We will unbox that on the channel this week as well. And we'll continue on with some wrestling. Double Up Club continues. You guys know me. I'm absolutely crazy sometimes. But I did get this Hulk Hogan, Shawn Michaels, ringside collectible, classic superstar exclusive from back in the day. I'm going to open this one up on the channel, so make sure you subscribe. It'll be part of our Jax videos, of course. I'll probably open this fairly soon, but it won't hit traditional YouTube probably till this time next year. That's how far ahead we are on these Jax videos on the Patreon. So about a year from now, look forward to this one being unboxed on the old Patreon channel. But a very, very cool pack. Another deep cut. I got a deal on it. I couldn't refuse. Need to unbox this one as well. WWE Shop, classic superstar exclusive, Stone Cold Steve Austin from back in the day. An awesome Austin figure. Can't wait to dive into that one as well. And we keep on coming. I'm finally happy to report. I've talked about this. I haven't talked about it in a while, but I have this loose, but I never had this mint in box. So I can finally, I guess, officially say, outside of the 1 of 25s, all that really crazy limited stuff from the classic line, I have everything Jax Class Superstars mint in box now. And what is it? It is the Gregory Helms Classic Superstars belt pack here. Now, I've always said, and I'm going to stick to this belief till my dying day, that this wasn't originally supposed to be labeled as a Classic Superstars. We saw a lot of traditional Ruthless Aggression figures, things like that, in this kind of belt pack with figure. Somehow the Classic logo got stuck onto the factory, and I think Jack said, I don't care, it doesn't matter. So technically this is Classic Superstars. Didn't feel like Classic Superstars then, and I still say this doesn't feel like Classic Superstars now. Hurricane's a little bit more classic to me. I get what they're trying to do with the belt pack and stuff, but very, very interesting. One of the weirdest releases in Classic Superstars history, and it's very rare, but rarity doesn't mean it's worth a ton of money. We talk about that a lot on the channel too. Just because it doesn't come up very often doesn't mean it's worth a fortune. That's been the problem the last like 2-3 years I've been hunting for this. Everybody wants an arm and a leg, but nobody really wants this. Nobody really wants it unless you're a huge Gregory Helms fan or you're a crazy person like me. Finally got this for a reasonable price this week, so I'm very happy to have that in my possession. Check it off the list. There it is. One of the long game items I've been working hard to for a long time. Just a couple more things this week. It's a slow week. Not a lot going on. We did get the Doc Ock Silk Pack this week. Already unboxed it on the channel, but we did get that through the door this week. We also unboxed this one on the channel already. Ned Leeds Peter Parker. This came in through the door this week. Thanks to our friends at Zavi. Yes, Zavi. Use discount code Kyle Peterson to save 10%. A lot of coupon codes going around, I know. And then another one just hot off the press right before I started this video. Can't wait to dive into this one. The Null Venom 2-pack. Oh boy, I love some Venom. I don't really know Null, but man, he looks mean. He looks bad. I'm all in on this one, so we're going to check this guy out as well on the channel very, very soon. So we got those, and that leaves one more. They call me the Chase Whisperer. I guess so. I don't know, but we got Thunder Rosa through the door. And as I said in my Instagram post, make sure you're checking my Instagram out. I think I said, what was it? A chase a week keeps the doctor away, something like that. Yeah, sure, why not? Why not? But Thunder Rosa there. I keep going back and forth. Do I want to be a completionist on these chases? I don't know. There's still some I need, but boy, you guys know if you're following the chases for AEW, they start off extremely hot. Everybody wants them. Oh, it's the hot new chase. Well, the next set comes out. The next set comes out, and they start dive bombing in prices. So obviously I want to find them in the store, but if I can't find them in the store, around $100 is the way you want to go. That's as much as I really want to pay for a chase figure. Obviously, the Anna Jays, Nyla Rose, much less than that. But as a rule, general rule of thumb, I'm right around $100 on my chase figures. That's what I'm going to do going forward. So we'll see. I don't know if I can be a completionist or not, but I do have the really hard ones, the Codys and stuff from the first set. So it should be a little easier, but you still got some of those ones that are weird, like the Matt Hardy. What other ones? I don't know. I'm missing a few. Not a ton, but I'm missing a few at this point. But Thunder Rosa through the door. And this is a really good one, too. I think we'll see this one released somewhere else along the way one of these days, like the CM Punk one. Basically a mishmash of that Walmart exclusive. But very cool to get Thunder Rosa. And I'm looking around. That's all she wrote. This is a slow week on weekly purchases. They can't all be huge, I guess, but it is a pretty big week going on here. Of course, I got a ton of stuff coming today, like I said. So we'll talk about that stuff. We'll cover that stuff in next week's weekly purchases. But how about you guys? What did you pick up this week? Find anything good? Find anything eventful out there on the hunt? Sound off in the comments down below. Of course, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like I said, big 20,000 subscriber giveaway coming up very soon. 2 chances for you guys to win, and I think you're going to love this thing. Stay tuned to the channel this week. I will do a separate video on that. We'll review the figure. I'll talk about everything you need to do to win this figure. I can't wait to see who wins this one, but very, very cool partnership giveaway here. A company reached out, and more to come on that, like I said. And then, of course, don't forget about the Patreon. We got this month's giveaway. We got a lot going on the Patreon. Like I said, you get way ahead on the Jax Class Superstars videos. Early content, bonus content, monthly giveaways. A lot going on the Patreon. And like I always say, best of all, it is your best way to support the channel. You can also support the channel over there at Pro Wrestling Tees. Search Kyle Peterson. And right now, if you're watching this on Saturday, they have their 20% off Labor Day special. Get in on that. Support the channel. Pick up a t-shirt. And if you're not going to get my shirt, get a Terry Funk t-shirt. Everybody needs more Terry Funk t-shirts. You guys know how that goes. But Pro Wrestling Tees got a big sale going on this weekend. Take advantage if that is your thing. And then, of course, don't forget to follow along on social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So, there it is for a Labor Day week, weekly purchases. You know I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into the rest of the weekend. Topeka, Kansas, I'll see you next week. And I'll see the rest of you guys all real soon.